Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're diving into a project that's close to my heart, upcycling. There's just something so satisfying about taking something ordinary and giving it a brand new life. And that's exactly what we're doing with these old tin cans. Now don't go tossing them in the recycling bin just yet. We're gonna transform them into charming little planters that add a touch of greenery and rustic elegance to any space. Whether you're a seasoned DIYer or just starting out, trust me, this project is easy to follow and oh so rewarding. We'll cover everything from choosing the right cans and plants to adding those personal touches that make them uniquely yours. I'm talking about unleashing your creativity with paint, fabric, twine, you name it. So, gather up those empty cans, put on your crafting hats, and let's get started on creating some beautiful, eco-friendly planters that'll bring joy for years to come. Now you might be wondering, why tin cans? Well, let me tell you, they're like the hidden gems of the crafting world. First off, they're readily available. I mean, who doesn't have a can or two, or 10, lying around, right? And the best part is, they're free. Instead of ending up in a landfill, these cans get a second chance to shine. Talk about giving back to the environment. But it's not just about being practical and eco-conscious. Tin cans have this wonderful rustic charm that just warms up a space. They're like little blank canvases just begging for a creative touch. Plus, their sturdy nature makes them perfect for housing your favorite herbs, succulents, or even small flowers. And speaking of charm, these little planters add a touch of whimsy and personality that you just can't find in a store-bought planter. Each one tells its own story, reflecting your unique style and creativity. It's like adding a little piece of your heart to your home decor. So, not only are we being resourceful and eco-friendly, but we're also adding a touch of handmade love to our spaces. And that, my friends, is what makes this project so incredibly special. Alright, now that we're all on board with the tin can love, let's talk about choosing the right ones for our planters. Size definitely matters here. Those cute little soup cans are perfect for small herbs or succulents, while larger coffee cans can handle bigger plants like ferns or even cascading ivy. And speaking of plants, you'll want to choose varieties that thrive in the size and material of your planters. Herbs like rosemary, thyme, and oregano love well-drained soil, making them ideal for tin cans. Succulents, with their minimal watering needs, are another fantastic option. Now before you start planting, it's important to consider drainage. Since tin cans don't have drainage holes, we'll need to create some to prevent our plant roots from becoming waterlogged. A simple solution is to punch a few holes in the bottom of the can using a hammer and nail. And don't forget about style. Think about the overall look you're going for. Do you envision a rustic farmhouse vibe, or maybe a sleek and modern aesthetic? The type of can you choose can really enhance the overall look of your mini planter. Now comes the fun part, gathering our tools and supplies. Don't worry, you won't need anything too fancy. We're keeping things simple and accessible. First things first, you'll need your trusty tin cans, of course. Give them a good wash with soap and water, removing any labels and sticky residue. Next, let's talk safety. Those edges can be sharp, so I always wear protective gloves when handling them. A pair of work gloves will do the trick. You'll also need a hammer and nail to create those drainage holes we talked about. Now, for the creative part, this is where you can really let your personality shine. Gather up your favorite paints, brushes, and any other embellishments that speak to you. Think twine, fabric scraps, buttons, beads. The possibilities are endless. I love using chalkboard paint so I can easily label my herbs. And don't forget the potting soil. Choose a well-draining mix that's specifically designed for the type of plants you've chosen. Now that we've got our tools and creative juices flowing, let's move on to the step-by-step process of transforming these cans into mini masterpieces. Alright y'all, let's get down to business. With our prepped cans and creative spirits soaring, we're ready to transform these humble containers into miniature works of art. First things first, safety first. Remember those gloves we talked about? Make sure you're wearing them to protect those hands while we're working with sharp edges. Now grab your hammer and nail and let's create those all-important drainage holes. Aim for about 3 to 4 holes evenly spaced at the bottom of each can. These holes will ensure proper drainage and prevent your plant roots from sitting in water. Once your drainage system is in place, it's time to unleash your inner artist. This is where the real fun begins. If you're going for a rustic look, consider leaving the cans as they are, embracing their natural patina. Or, grab those paints and brushes and add a pop of color. I love using a base coat of white or cream, then layering on different shades and textures for a vintage-inspired feel. Don't be afraid to get playful with your designs. Use stencils for intricate patterns, or wrap twine around the cans for a touch of rustic charm. Add buttons, beads, or even old jewelry for a touch of whimsy. Remember, there are no rules here. Just let your imagination run wild and create planters that reflect your unique style. Now, I know some folks thrive on free-flowing creativity, but sometimes it helps to have a little inspiration to get those wheels turning. So let's dive into some design ideas that'll make your mini planters the envy of the neighborhood. For a classic farmhouse look, think distressed finishes, neutral colors, and maybe a touch of burlap or twine. Imagine a weathered gray can with a simple twine bow, housing a sprig of fragrant rosemary. If modern minimalism is more your style, opt for sleek lines and bold colors. A vibrant yellow can with a single succulent would make a striking statement on a sunny windowsill. And for those who love a touch of whimsy, let your imagination run wild. Think bright colors, playful patterns, and unexpected embellishments. A polka dot can with googly eyes and a mischievous grin would make a delightful home for a cheerful cactus. Remember, it's all about expressing your personal style. Don't be afraid to mix and match elements, experiment with different textures, and most importantly, have fun with it. Let your creativity blossom alongside those beautiful plants. Alright y'all, are you ready to take your tin can planters to the next level? Let's explore some advanced techniques that'll really elevate your creations and make them the talk of the town. First up, we've got hanging planters. These are perfect for adding a touch of greenery to porches, balconies, or even indoor spaces. Simply attach sturdy wire or twine to the sides of your cans, creating a loop for hanging. Next, we have magnetic planters. These are so much fun. Just attach strong magnets to the back of your cans and display them on any magnetic surface, like a refrigerator or metal wall organizer. It's a great way to add a touch of greenery to unexpected places. Now, if you're feeling really ambitious, let's talk about wall planter displays. Create a stunning focal point by arranging your mini planters on a wall using shelves, hooks, or even just a simple piece of reclaimed wood. And for the ultimate space-saving solution, consider stacked, tiered planters. Use cans of varying sizes to create a multi-level display that's both functional and visually appealing. Now, before we get too carried away with our crafting excitement, let's take a moment to talk about safety. Remember, we're working with sharp edges and potentially pointy tools, so it's important to prioritize our well-being. First and foremost, always wear those trusty work gloves when handling the tin cans, especially when cutting or punching holes. Those edges can be sharper than they look. And speaking of sharp objects, be mindful when using scissors, hammers, or any other tools. Always cut away from your body, and make sure you have a stable work surface to prevent accidents. If you're using paint, ensure you're working in a well-ventilated area to avoid inhaling fumes. And remember, safety isn't just about protecting ourselves, it's also about protecting our little plant friends. When choosing plants, be mindful of any potential toxicity to children or pets, and always research the specific care requirements of your chosen plants to ensure they thrive in their new tin can homes. So let's craft with care, y'all, and create beautiful planters while keeping ourselves and our green companions safe and sound. Alright y'all, our mini planters are officially complete, and they look absolutely amazing. Now comes the fun part, finding the perfect spots to display these little works of art and add a touch of greenery to our homes. Let's start with the heart of the home, the kitchen. These charming planters are perfect for growing fresh herbs right on your windowsill. Imagine snipping fresh basil for your pasta sauce or adding a sprig of thyme to your favorite soup. Talk about farm-to-table freshness. Next up, let's head to the living room. These mini planters add a touch of life and color to coffee tables, bookshelves, or even mantelpieces. Group them together for a striking centerpiece or scatter them throughout the room for subtle pops of greenery. And don't forget about those often overlooked spaces like bathrooms and bedrooms. A touch of nature can really brighten up these rooms. Imagine a delicate fern gracing your bathroom counter or a soothing lavender plant on your bedside table. The possibilities are endless. So, get creative, y'all, and let these charming planters transform your house into a warm and inviting home. Now, y'all know I love adding a festive touch to our